Money does not make you a good person. Money does not make you a bad person. Money is just fuel. It amplifies who you are. If you give a good person more money, you have a tool to do more good. If you give a bad person more money, now they have a tool to do more bad, which is why we need more good people with money. But in order for you to go out and get money, you have to be emotionally aware, emotionally educated to understand, hey, money is just a piece of paper. It's just currency. If I want more money, that's okay. But I got to understand how money plays a part in my life, because where people get screwed up is then they say, you know what, I am physically unhealthy, or I'm mentally unhealthy, or I'm spiritually unhealthy, and because of this lack of something, I'm not happy, I'm unfulfilled, I'm fat, can't find love. Because I don't have this thing, I'm just gonna go chase money, and that's gonna solve all my other life problems. It doesn't work like that. Money will solve your financial problems, period. If you're struggling to pay your bills, more money will help with that. If you're struggling to take your wife on a vacation, more money will help on that. If you're struggling to buy your husband something nice, more money will help with that. If you're struggling to pay for your kids' college, more money will help with that. If you're struggling to pay for your parents' health care, more money will help with that. More money will not help you be motivated to go to the gym. More money will not help you find happiness. More money will not help you find fulfillment. But it can give you a tool to accelerate your physical fitness path. It can give you a tool to do more things that make you happy. It can give you a tool to do more things that allow you to be more fulfilled. But it cannot fill that fulfillment for you. It cannot fill that want to be physically healthy. It cannot fill that void of just this toxic culture around you. Money gives you options, it gives you tools, and it gives you freedom, but it cannot give you everything. And this is where you have to stop putting this taboo around the topic of money, or around attracting money, or around working towards money, because the reality is, if you don't have money, well, the lack of money can now cause a whole bunch of physical stress to your life, because now you got to eat like crap, and you can't go to the gym because you're always stressing about money. You can cause a lot of financial or mental issues, because now when you don't have money, it can cause a lot of stress in your marriage. Money issues are the leading cause of divorce, and it's one of the leading causes of suicide in America. Unfortunately, money problems can cause a lot of mental stress. And so if you don't have money, now you're going to be stressing about how you can go on the vacation with your friends. How can you buy that gift for your siblings, for their wedding or their baby showers? How can you pay for your kids' stuff? If you don't have money, you can very quickly lose that sense of fulfillment, which is why it is important for you to get money, because if you have money, now you have the freedom to focus on the other things that are important to you in life. And this is where, again, that emotional intelligence when it comes to money is so important. Because if you don't have any sort of emotional intelligence of money, of one, understanding that it's important to get money, and number two, understanding how money plays a part in your life, you're never going to be able to attract that money. And then it comes down to understanding on the emotional side, hey, you are going to be criticized no matter what you do. Before, it was you were going to be criticized because you were going to sacrifice the BMW to drive a Toyota. You were going to sacrifice the big home. Maybe you didn't go on some vacations, but now you're also being criticized because you're working hard. And unfortunately, we live in a day and age where people have created this culture where working hard, being a hustler, putting in the effort is now considered in some communities to be a negative thing because you're promoting this hustle culture. Well, let me tell you something. If you want to become financially successful, you better be willing to work. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. I was at a conference recently, and somebody came up to me with this question of, hey, Jaspreet, I'm looking for the easiest business idea. I think I have this idea. I'm hoping that I can make $1 million in like 5 years, blah, 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 blah. And I look at them and I said, look, I have never come across an easy business idea, period. Most of the time, 99% of the time, and the reason why I'm not saying 100 is because there might be 1% that doesn't apply to this. 99% of the time, when somebody is selling you or telling you about a simple way to make money, an easy way to make money on the internet, they are selling you a program or a course. If you want to make money, you better be willing to put in the work. And unfortunately, there's this whole environment that's around this topic of don't work too hard, don't overwork, don't put in all the effort, don't work too hard for your boss, don't put in... Look, at the end of the day, I don't care if you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else. You have to be willing to put in the work. And then people say, well, if I'm working for somebody else, I'm just working to make somebody else richer. See, the problem isn't that you're making somebody else richer. The problem is the mindset that you have. Because what I've learned is that the same people that will work hard in somebody else's company are the same people that will work hard in their own company. There's a very few amount of people that will not work hard for somebody else, but they will work hard for themselves. Most people have this mindset that if I'm going to do something, I am going to succeed, whether it's for somebody else or for myself, because they take this sense of pride and they take this sense of ownership with them wherever they go. That if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to put my name on something, I want it to be good. Now, are there exceptions? Sure. But those are the exceptions, not the rule. If you want to succeed, you got to be willing to put in the work. And it does not matter if you're working for somebody else or if you're working for yourself. You have to be willing to come in, put in the reps, learn, make mistakes, and succeed. What's interesting is I've hired and fired multiple people. The people that come in with the mindset of I'm going to do whatever it takes to succeed. I don't care how much money I'm making. Those are the people that end up making the most money. It's the people that come in, they say, I want to succeed and I am going to outwork everybody else. Those are the people that end up seeing the most financial success. And it does not matter, again, if this is your own company or somebody else's. Because the first step, not the last step to wealth, here in the practical side, is being willing to put in that physical work. Because if you didn't grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth, if you didn't grow up with parents telling you how to become rich, if you didn't grow up with money put on your lap, you're going to have to go out and put in that effort to get that money. And if you don't have all the experience or the knowledge or the networks or the resources, you're going to have to make up for it somehow. And the most accessible way for you to make up for that is through your effort. Because when I was growing up, I did not have parents telling me it's okay to be an entrepreneur. In fact, I had to do it all in secret because I was supposed to become a doctor. I did not have people guiding me on how to start a business. I did not have people guiding me on how to start investing in real estate. I did not even know that you could invest in real estate until I did it myself. I had to go out and figure it out. There were people that were smarter than me. There were people that had way more money than me. There were people that had more networks than me. There were people that had more resources than me. But the thing that I did not let people beat me in was the effort. Because that was the one thing that I could control. Now, here's the thing. This type of mindset has almost become taboo or negative because a lot of people have become very comfortable or soft because we feel like, oh, we have to be able to maintain this holistic lifestyle. I need to have everything in balance. I have to have enough time with my family. I need to have enough time to sleep. I need to have enough time to go to the gym. I need to have enough time to do all these things. And then I need to have whatever time's left to go out and work, as if the effort, that work, the financial side is on the back burner. And if that's how you want to live your life, that is completely fine. I'm not here to judge you and I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. But what I am here to tell you is that if your goal is financial success, you better be willing to put in the work. You better not be complaining about having to go in and put in the effort. And you better not be complaining about your financial results if you're not willing to put in the effort. Because now what ends up happening is if you have a lot of people that are complaining, oh, I have to go into the office. Oh, I have to work hard at my job. Oh, my job is making me work extra. And then they go out and complain about, oh, you know what? I'm not making enough money. If you're complaining about the financial side and you're also complaining about putting in the work, something is wrong because either you're lacking on one or the other. If you want to see more financial success, you better be willing to put in the work. And if you're willing to put in the work, what you see is you go through this period where you put in all these reps, you put in all this work and you don't see any results. And then once you start to see the results, that's when they start to compound, because the goal here isn't just to compound your money, but it's also to compound your knowledge. Because if you can compound your knowledge is going to be able to scale your income. And if you can scale your income, well, now you know what happens. Now you start making more money, and now you have more money not just to spend, but more money to invest, more money to save, more money to build your wealth. Because if you've been following this channel to any extent, you know that your wealth is not built through your income. Your wealth is built through your assets. And that is the real key now that you have to understand. If you want to become wealthy, you have to first build the mindset, then you got to work on building the income. And the way that you build the income is by compounding that knowledge. The way that you get the knowledge is by doing as many things as possible. That means going out and trying things, taking risks, making mistakes, working at jobs, trying The way that you get that knowledge is by learning. Because now if you can learn things, you're going to be able to scale your income. And the reason why, and again, it does not matter if it's your company or somebody else's company. It's the same thing. Because as you get that knowledge, now you can apply that knowledge. And when you apply that knowledge, that's how you get paid. Now, if you're working in a company or somebody else's company, you are going to be able to now do more things with that knowledge. Maybe you learn how to make posts on YouTube better because you understand the algorithm better than anybody else. Maybe you understand social media better than anybody else. You know how to make a post go viral. Maybe you know how to write posts that sell better than anybody else because you have that experience of trying things. You know what doesn't work. You know how to build online sales funnels. You know how to do people's taxes better because you've dealt with the IRS so many times. You know how to manage your clients as an attorney better because you've worked with so many clients. You have worked, put in the effort, you've learned, you've mastered. And more importantly, you've seen what doesn't work. And because you know what doesn't work, now you have more value and more knowledge, and that also commands more income. Because now whether you're working for somebody else or yourself, you can now start earning more money. If you're working for yourself and you know what doesn't work, well, now you can have more clients because you can be more efficient, which means either you can charge more or have more people. That way now you can make more money. If you're working for somebody else, well, now you become a more irreplaceable employee. And if you become more irreplaceable, well, now your company will have to pay you more because they can't afford not to have you. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.